Welcome back to GreyWolf TV. We are back with the X-Files onto episode 12 of season 4. So that last episode with the chupacabra thing, all kind of Chinese whispers, but it was a really... It threw me as the viewer, because what was happening with that fungus thing didn't seem to make sense because it was so fast acting. And we end the episode with it just being the usual religious, Spanish religious, old wife tales of them disappearing. No one ever sees them again, but they're seen on the road now and again. And the two brothers end up as chupacabra. It was a bit of a weird episode, but I thoroughly enjoyed it. Especially as, I can't remember the actor's name, the guy who plays Tuco in Breaking Bad. Him right at the beginning of his acting career. I don't know whether that was one of his first appearances or not. I haven't looked it up. Anyway, let's focus and move on to the next episode. This is episode 12.
Aspirated his chest. There's a tension pneumothorax pressing on his heart. It just looked like a cardiac.
What?
Nice catch. How
How'd you know that?
Because he's dying of cancer.
Where are you going? Oh, you don't turn the house, you over an EMT. That was stupid. Now you're all dead. Oh, that's horrible.
Leonard?
Oh, shit. Oh, my God, he's got... Okay, he's no head. Damn. That's horrific. Behind you. Well.
Pretty cozy. Who'd ever want to leave?
Well, whoever happened to get locked in here last night, I guess.
That would be one Leonard Morris Betts. He was decapitated when his ambulance crashed. He was an emergency medical technician for this hospital. A very good one, apparently. Slew accommodations right up to the local
Piece of information we need.
What about the morgue attendant?
Somebody cold cocked him and stole his clothes.
Yes. So, I mean, you're not suggesting that a headless body kicked his way out of a latched morgue?
That's precisely what he's suggesting.
Sir, those video grabs you asked for? We found something.
Here we go. This should be interesting.
Well, there's your perpetrator wearing the stolen uniform.
And conveniently, because they are pre-digital and they are videotapes, you know, like when you used to record something over and over and over on the same tape, you'd end up with the lines, and sometimes you'd have a fuzzy picture, especially if it's somewhere that was fast-forwarded or rewound a lot. And the line is exactly from here upwards. That's very convenient. Exactly.
This is our guy. What did he do with the corpse he stole?
Well, maybe he got spooked and was forced to abandon it. Alder, I think I'm going to need your help. Your arms are longer.
No.
Oh,
I'd be so
I
sick.
got the toy surprise.
Leonard Betts.
That's his head.
That's actually
Where's his
really
body?
good special effects.
Not enough room in here.
Remains show no signs of rigor mortis or fixed
That's his head through a sheet now.
I'll begin with the intermaster.
Why is there no signs of rigor mortis then?
Craniotomy. Then make my examination of the brain.
Oh, God.
Don't do that. Okay, I'm out of the way.
Mulder.
It's me. I've run into kind of a unique situation.
Yeah.
What'd you find?
You won't believe
So
me.
far, not much. Well, this is cutting-edge technology here, Mulder. The technicians say the machine is working perfectly. They also say that the only thing that could account for this kind of image distortion is some form of radiation, but I don't see how or where it could be emanating from. It blinked at me. I mean, I know exactly what it is. Residual electrical activity,
Now,
so
normally,
in the
yeah.
dead cells.
Well, this is
Blinked or winked?
like he
Maybe
just
at home.
went home.
Maybe he was home.
Leonard Betts,
Yeah.
without his head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mulder, I don't even know how to respond to that.
No, I don't. I mean, what do you do? Do you put out an APB for a guy running around in medical gown with no head? I mean, what's going on here? I normally try to deduce, like a detective kind of, you know, going along with Mulder and Scully as we get into an episode, trying to figure stuff out. But this one's got me stumped. So the guy didn't die, or is incapable of dying. There's possible radiation involved. And he can somehow move around without a head, which suggests he can move around without a brain, which is not possible. So at this point, I would normally give an idea as to what I think is going on. I haven't a bloody clue.
You're the person on record who's responsible for the disposition of Leonard Betts' remains.
He didn't have any family, no friends either, as far as I could tell.
Except you.
Especially with cancer. I always told him he should have been an oncologist or something. He used to volunteer weekends at the cancer ward, read to patients, stuff like that.
Did you ever notice anything about him, anything odd?
No, I'm sorry. I don't know what all this has to do with someone stealing Leonard's body. I mean, it almost sounds like you're investigating Leonard.
No. Thanks for bearing with my questions. I appreciate your time. Or you got yourself a nice paperweight.
Yeah.
At any rate, we should have some autopsy answers for you soon. Oh my God.
What am I looking at?
His entire brain looks like one giant glioma.
He had cancer?
What?
He was riddled with it. I mean, every cell in the sample, every cell essentially in his entire head and in his brain was all cancerous.
Was cancerous?
Completely pervasive.
Maybe the polymerization process distorted the sample somehow. Maybe we're not really seeing what we think we're seeing.
Or maybe not.
Maybe.
Or maybe this guy was so riddled with cancer, somehow, some way, it's done the opposite as to what cancer does to your body, as far as I have an understanding of it. As the cancerous cells take over your body and kill them all, what if it's done the opposite effect? And it's almost made him an indestructible human being who can't die. Instead of killing all of his cells, it's made them super... I don't know what that word is. I know the word, I can't think of it. It's super something or other. It's a word they use for in space as well. It's when molecules vibrate at a higher frequency. Oh, what's it called? I don't know. Anyway, the point is, maybe that's why there's radiation being emanated from it, and it's turned him into some sort of, literally like a fucking superhero. He can't... His cancer has given him power of, like, regeneration, which is possibly why they've got his head there, but in the bath at home, he appears to have grown a new head.
Michelle?
Leonard?
Let's go here.
Is that the voice?
Are you ever asked to defend this as a legitimate scientific process, Dr. Burns?
Only if you're not happy with the results. Basically, by applying high-frequency electricity, I am able to photograph an organism's coronal discharge. Now, I don't know exactly what you're looking for, but... Oh, yeah. There's definitely some kind of energy happening here.
Chuck, would you believe that this man's head had been decapitated?
I'm not joking.
No way.
It proves that Leonard Betts is alive somehow.
Mulder.
You said that
Oh,
Betts'
he's alive.
tissue was riddled with cancer. Now, what is cancer but normal cells growing rapidly out of control?
Well, even if that were possible, he's been decapitated.
What if this man's life force, his chi, whatever you want to call it, somehow retained a blueprint of the actual man himself, guiding rapid growth not as cancer but as regeneration?
I swear to God, I haven't seen this episode, but Mulder, in more eloquent words than I used, has pretty much just deducted from this what I was trying to get across. It's a form of regeneration because of the way that the cancerous cells have reacted with his body.
Well, apparently Leonard Betts did have some secrets, one of them being that he had an alter ego named Albert Tanner.
Oh, what can I do for you?
Is your son Albert Tanner? We'd like to ask you some questions. Mrs. Tanner, is this your son?
Yes, that's Albert.
We know this man as Leonard Morris Betts. Are you familiar with that name?
No.
When did your son die?
6 years ago.
Knew it. I knew
He
it.
was killed in an automobile accident.
It's happened before. He's trying to stay in the shadows, isn't he, with this?
Oh my God. It can't be. How can it be?
It is.
Leonard, is it you?
Hey, Michelle.
Talking about Leonard.
Yeah, I saw his other hand move round. You know his secret. Oh my God, has he killed her?
Where's that?
I found a spent auto-injector in the
killed her.
grass. She was given a lethal dose of potassium chloride. It's
Shit,
an
he did
electrolyte
kill
found
her.
naturally in the body, and a coroner doesn't usually check for it.
Yeah.
Because he knew he could regrow another one.
Yeah.
Mulder, it just doesn't work that way.
Well, it does with him.
It theorizes that evolutionary advances are cataclysmic, not gradual, that evolution occurs not along a straight graphable line, but in huge fits and starts. On the other hand, how evolved can a man be who drives a Dodge Dart?
Is all the patients that he's coming across that has cancer, or he's going into medical waste or whatever, are the cancerous cells somehow refueling, energizing, and regenerating him? It's actually... Oh, I don't know how that'd work. I mean, it's pure sci-fi, I know, but is that what's happening here? He needs to feed on cancer to continue to be able to regenerate, that it takes like a blueprint of his body to be able to do that, to grow new limbs and stuff.
So you're saying that this is...
Snack food. I mean, wouldn't it make sense that evolution or natural selection would incorporate cancer, the greatest health threat to our species, as part of our genetic makeup?
Car's registered to one Elaine Tanner, 3108 Old Bank Road.
That's his mom.
His mom.
Do you think Mom knows her dead son is tooling around in her car?
Nope.
Last night, he murdered a woman in cold blood.
He did,
By lying
I'm
to
afraid.
protect him, you are considered an accessory to murder.
But if he did, he had his reasons.
What reasons, Mrs. Tanner?
God put him here for a purpose.
Secrecy. Taking them before they're going to suffer the way most people do with it. If it's
I'm sorry,
terminal.
but you've got something I need.
Yeah. Damn.
Scully?
Oh, that's gross. Oh, no. Oh, really? You're growing... Why are you growing another head? To go through that all the time, yeah. Bad move. Yeah. Why the fuck did that blow up? He must have done.
Guaranteed, Scully, this man's medical records will show he had lung cancer, and Leonard Betts was in need of what he had.
Mulder, Leonard Betts is dead. Of that, I am absolutely certain, and he is not coming back.
You would have said the same thing about Albert Tanner.
I mean...
Will the real Leonard Betts please
stand up?
Mulder, these men may be no more than monozygotic twins.
I don't think so, Scully. I think that what we're standing witness to here goes way beyond the regeneration of a thumb or a limb or even a new head.
He's there, isn't he?
The FBI. They seem to know all about you.
Yeah.
They dug up the coffin. They found your friend.
So is his friend. A mother will protect.
What are you doing here? We got a call. Elderly woman, massive chest trauma and blood loss.
Has she just given herself to him? She died of cancer too.
She has an open wound.
Yeah.
A surgical cut.
3 guesses what was removed. It's a Special Agent Mulder with the FBI. I've got an emergency situation in progress. I need all available units to 3108 Old Bank Road.
Mulder, it's me. Okay. We've got Mrs. Tanner going into the ER, but she took a downturn en route.
He steals a car, gets a ride, he could get away for good. I mean, he obviously worked this thing out pretty well, Scott.
Mulder, get over here right now.
Yeah.
What?
He's on top
Get
of
over
the
here right
ambulance.
now.
Yeah. Oh, shit. Damn. What? Are you kidding me? Oh, that'll do it. Yeah, that'll definitely do it. Jesus. That's weird, guys. I'm more concerned as well with the fact that he knows when people have cancer and he said, you've got something I need.
Static rhabdomyosarcoma, to be precise. She was treated for it previously. Got a clean bill of health about 3 months ago. You did a good job, Scully.
It's not that. You need to get checked. Not to mention the real weirdness of Leonard. What was his name? Betts? Oh, fuck. He's right, isn't he? I don't suppose he would be wrong. Is this what this is? Damn. That was really, really informative. Okay, episode 12. That was... I like how they've done that, because they've given us a case of something which is insanely ridiculous, but they've given one of our main characters a lifeline to possibly stop in its tracks before it goes somewhere where we could lose her. Usually, the minute you find out you've got cancer, it's because it's shown up on some sort of scan, or it's at a point where all you can do is treat it, and it doesn't, you know, we know what all the odds are of it. And the fact that they've written it into this episode could have given their heads up to go and get checked and do something about it now. I don't know whether that's what they're doing, but that appears what they're doing. Now then, putting that to one side, Scully's not dying of cancer. Not going to, should I say. The actual case was proper weird, and I hadn't a clue what was going on for like the first 20 minutes. And then I started to think about it, and what I'd came up with in my head is kind of what Mulder came up with. Excuse me. How does that happen? Is that some sort of weird evolutionary step? That something that pretty much kills off a very large percentage of the human race may possibly be indigenous to us, which is why the numbers of it are so high. Very strange. And I thought that was him that was buried. It wasn't him, it was his friend. So he constantly needed regeneration, even when he hadn't lost a limb or been in an accident or whatever, which is why the perfect job was to be an EMT in a city where there's plenty of people and you are in the medical field to have access to it as and when you need it. It was a proper creepy episode with possible future connotations for Scully in it. But I thoroughly enjoyed it. I really did. That was good. And I know the actor, he plays Jack Bauer's brother in it. And no matter where I've ever seen that guy, and he's never had hair. What? I don't suppose that matters. Anyway, I will be back for episode 13 of The X-Files in a few days' time. I don't think we need to discuss it much further than that. My trying to diagnose and detect what was going on kind of failed that one to a point, because when it goes that sci-fi, you don't know which road they're going to go down. But I was trying to work it out and how they would write into it how this works. Right, I'm sure, as you know by now, 2 episodes a week. We will see you for episode 13 next. If you do want to watch this in full length, just check the link in the description as always, and that will take you over to Patreon for the full length episode. If you've not already subscribed, guys, I would appreciate it. My goal over the next few months is to try to hit 50,000 subscribers, and with your help, I will get there, and I very much appreciate it. Right, see you for the next episode. Take care.